What's up, guys? So I got a lot of questions in my Fateh Friday this last Friday, and I decided, man, if I can't answer all of the questions on my Instagram stories, why not take the questions and put them in a separate video? Great idea, Vireen. But what do we call it? Follow-up Fatehs. I couldn't answer all the bloody questions. Fatehs. Fatehs for free. It's a working title. Let me know if you've got any suggestions in the comment section below. So let's get into it. Is whole wheat pasta necessarily bad? Well, whole wheat pasta is not necessarily bad if you can digest gluten and you have no issues with grains. For me personally, I don't digest grains very well and I get these skin issues, brain fog, all of that. So I avoid gluten and avoid grains. But if it works for you, go for it. No issues with that at all. Constipated or bloated half of the time. Any tips? If you're constipated, what I've noticed with most of my clients, constipation usually happens because people are dehydrated. So try this out. Try drinking a tall glass of water, 500 milliliters, warm water with like a little bit of salt, maybe a quarter teaspoon of salt and some lemon just to flavor the water, and see if that helps relieve some of your constipation and gives you a bowel movement, because I've seen that that works for most people. That's obviously not the only reason why you might have constipation. There are others, but most likely it's probably that. So try it out. Apart from that, if it's bloating that's your main concern, try to figure out what is causing that bloating. So keep a food log. Try to notice if I'm getting bloated maybe after lunch, what did I eat for lunch? Or maybe I'm bloated in the morning, what did I eat the night before? You will start to see that there's probably a common theme, some common food that you're eating every single time which is causing the bloating. Try to take it out of your diet and see if your bloating symptoms improve. So if you know that, okay, maybe dairy is giving me all of this bloat, then you want to avoid dairy for a bit, see if that improves your symptoms, and if it does, well, maybe try to avoid dairy or just lessen the quantity or frequency with which you're consuming dairy. How to lose thigh fat? Well, most likely if you've got fat in your thighs, you've probably got fat under your arms as well, under your chin, around your midsection. Why? Because body fat usually is evenly distributed for the most part. So if you're trying to lose fat from just your thighs, well, that's going to be a weird look if you have shredded legs and fat all over your body. So why not try to lose fat from everywhere? Because that's literally how fat loss happens. I can't believe you're actually asking me this question. Spot reduction does not happen. So stop trying, just lose body fat overall. How? Calorie deficit. Which brand's cooking oil do you use? Well, I don't really use a cooking oil. I usually use either ghee or, well, I do use coconut oil also once in a while. There's no specific brand that I go for. Any A2 milk ghee works. So I think I'm using either Ashirwad or some other brand. I don't remember the name. Your thoughts on celibacy? I don't like it. See, if you want to be celibate, go for it. If that's what floats your boat, no issue. You probably just need tissues. I thought that was a great joke. Is it? I think it is. Anyway, it's not personally for me. I like engaging in the slap dance, the slippery swim, hey, I think my neighbors are finally applauding to my guitar performance. Oh no, wait, they're just having intercourse. I believe that is the technical term. So yeah, I like it, so I do it. And if you want to be celibate, go for it. I don't judge your life. Any good books related to diet and discipline? Well, as for books on discipline, I think Extreme Ownership is by far my favorite book by Jocko Willink, so check that out. And if you're looking for a good book on diet or just digestive health, I would go for the simplest book I can recommend is The Gut by Julia Enders. So check that out. Is makhana healthy? Well, depends on how you define healthy. Healthy, I would personally define as a food that is high in micronutrients. So is makhana very high in micronutrients? No, not really. But is it a healthier snack compared to cake? Yes, it is, for sure. So go for the makhanas and not the cake. Stop it. We're not 12 anymore, unless you are. In which case, start eating healthy anyway. And makhanas are, well, low calorie, good snacks. So yeah, I guess you could say they're sort of healthy. How often should HIIT training be done in a week? Well, it depends on why you're doing HIIT training. If you're doing HIIT training for fat loss, well, I'd recommend focusing more on nutrition for fat loss rather than just going and burning yourself out with HIIT. When it comes to HIIT, you probably can't do it every single day just because it's so fatiguing. If you are able to do it every single day, you're probably not doing HIIT training. You're doing probably more like MIT training, moderate intensity interval training. And if you're just doing it because you're sadistic and you like torturing yourself every single day, Sure, but eventually it is going to get very fatiguing and tiring, and you're probably going to hit burnout. So probably don't do it every single day. Alternate between HIIT and some sort of recovery cardio. Again, if you're doing this for fat loss, there are much better ways, easier ways rather, for fat loss. So look into steady state cardio plus a calorie deficit through eating fewer calories. So good luck with that. Do you ever have a cheat day? And do you consume alcohol? Well, personally, no. I only consume alcohol when I'm going out to a party or like a special occasion, and I don't get invited to many. So no, I don't drink a lot of alcohol. Very rarely do I drink alcohol. And as for cheat days, well, I don't really ever have cheat days. Whenever I'm having a cheat meal, I usually include it into my calorie budget. In terms of the quality of food, do I eat junk food? No, I don't eat junk food because I don't like the way it makes me feel. So yeah, that's just not for me. But if you want to have junk food, no problem. It's your life. Do what you want to. I am fit, tall, but my mind works against me. Negativity at its peak. How to stop it? Any suggestions? So I know where you're coming from because I too have been fit. Not really tall because I'm only 5 feet tall. As for the negativity bit, yes, I've had a lot of negativity in my head. And how do I solve it? Well, here's the solution. You simply try to figure out what is causing that negativity. Oftentimes, it's either lack of sleep, you have a terrible diet, or you're not exercising or exercising too much. So you need to chill out. And if all of these factors don't work, well, instead of focusing on the negative, try focusing on the positive. So how do you stop thinking about a monkey? Not by stopping thinking about a monkey, you just think about something else, like a giraffe. Direct that energy someplace else, keep your mind occupied whenever you start to get these negative thoughts. And lo and behold, you're gonna be good. Try it out, it works for me, it most probably will work for you too. So you won't know unless you try. Best protein source for vegetarians? Well, obviously the best protein source will be a protein powder because it's pure protein. But if you're looking for natural sources, you've got things like tofu. Tofu is good. Any kind of fermented soybean is good. Any kind of paneer or yogurt, or if you can eat eggs as a vegetarian, because some people eat eggs as vegetarians, some people don't. Eggs are a great source of protein. Skim milk is a great source of protein as well. Obviously, you skim the fat off so that it's mostly low fat, low calorie. So yeah, there you go. Lots of options as a vegetarian that you can get protein from. Would you recommend keto for everyone? Well, I've never really recommended keto directly for anyone. So why would you ask me if I would recommend keto for everyone? Did I ever say it I would? Of course not. Look, a ketogenic diet can work for some people, but as we've learned over time, humans are very different from each other. And on a global scale, there are all sorts of humans, tall, short, fat, thin, whatever. And that's why we also need different kinds of diets for different sorts of people, depending on what their gut, their digestion, their ancestry, etc. So you need to figure out what's the best diet for you based on what you can digest the best, what makes you feel good, and what is the kind of food that you can eat and not get bored of. So as long as you have all of these factors figured out, you can figure out your favorite or best diet, which is optimal for you. So mostly if you're eating unprocessed food and you're eating whole food, you're going to be good. Apart from that, different sorts of diets work differently for different people. So experiment and try it out. I would never recommend a single diet for everyone. There's no perfect diet. If somebody tells you that there is, they're full of crap, literally. They're full of crap. They probably are backed up as well. Maybe you could help them out. That's sticking your hand in their mouth and bringing it out. What were you thinking? Behave yourself. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. If you liked the video, let me know in the comment section below. And if you've got any questions, you can either message them to me directly or across any platform, or you can view any of my Fateh Friday videos on my Instagram stories, which is every Friday. So if you're not following me there already, just go to my page on Viren Sashil Burman, @Viren Sashil Burman on Instagram, and give me a follow, give me a message, and on Fridays, just type down your question in the question tab that pops up on the stories. I'll see you in the next video. Oh, wait, I'll see you on Friday for Fateh Friday. See you then.